Imagine you spend your days mindlessly working at a job with a company that doesn't care about you. To them, you are simply a cog in the machine, an insignificant part that can be replaced whenever it is no longer useful. Day in and day out, you wake up, drag yourself to work, and come home back at night, exhausted, wondering where the rest of your day went. Despite all of that, you have no choice but to keep on working in order to pay the bills. In Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, Akira Tendo finds himself in this exact situation, where his life has been consumed by work, and he is unable to find the time or the motivation to do anything except for sleeping and working. But what if there was a way out of this endless cycle of work? What if you could have all the free time in the world and be able to do anything you wanted without having to worry about dealing with the stress of daily life? I'm sure most of us have fantasized about this in some way before. Well, in Akira's case, the solution is simple. All you need is for a zombie apocalypse to happen. One day, when Akira wakes up, he finds out that the world has been overrun by zombies. But he's so used to his workaholic lifestyle that his only initial reaction is, "Oh no, I'm gonna be late for work," as he's chased out of his apartment by zombies. However, this feeling is quickly replaced by pure joy once he realizes that he doesn't have to go to work anymore, now that everyone else has become a zombie. One of my favorite things about the start of this show is how well it captures the change in Akira's mental state when he's still stuck at his job, compared to when he's finally able to quit. At the beginning of episode 1, when Akira is at his job, we see the world through his POV. The events of his daily life are shown in black and white, reflecting how dead inside he feels as he slaves away at his job. It's only until he starts getting chased by zombies that his world starts to transform. In fact, we literally get to see the aspect ratio on the screen change as Akira's previously gray world suddenly explodes into bright, vivid colors, marking the start of his new life. And so, to celebrate his newfound freedom, what's the first thing that Akira does? Well, he officially resigns from his job by finding his boss, who is now a zombie, and rugby tackling him off of a building. That scene is literally one of the most exciting things I've seen in anime, and this isn't even a battle shonen. Now, the zombie genre is something that has been heavily covered in modern television and film, and even in anime. But what sets this show apart is that it takes a much more unique approach to the genre. Instead of being your typical dramatic zombie survival show, Zom 100 takes a more optimistic approach and focuses on how the characters live out their daily lives during the apocalypse. For example, Akira recognizes that he has a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to try out all of the things that he could never do before while he was still working at his job. And so, Akira decides to make a checklist, or rather a bucket list, for everything he wants to do before he eventually becomes a zombie. We get to see Akira living his best life, going on motorcycle rides around the city, meeting up with old friends, and relaxing with his unlimited supply of food and beer. Seeing him kick back and just enjoy his peaceful new life without having to worry about any responsibilities reminded me of how it felt to be a kid again. And speaking of meeting up with people, along the way, Akira encounters some other survivors who are all doing their best to adapt to their new life in different ways. He meets Shizuka, a cool, mysterious girl who seems to be very knowledgeable about surviving a zombie apocalypse. Right away, we can see that her calm and calculating nature makes her the complete opposite of the much more easygoing Akira. Then we have Kensho, one of Akira's best friends from back in college. Just like Akira, Kensho is miserable at his previous job and had lost sight of who he wanted to be as a person. But upon meeting Akira again after the zombie apocalypse happens, Kensho gets inspired by his friend and decides to go ahead and chase his own dreams of becoming a comedian. And so he joins Akira on his journey to complete his bucket list and decides to add on his own goals to a growing list. Personally, I found that Akira's friendship with Kensho had a great dynamic to it, and there are a lot of funny moments whenever they're together. The anime adaptation also does a good job of making the show fun to watch. The flashy, dramatic moments of zombies exploding into pieces, mixed with the quieter scenes where the characters spend time reflecting on their lives, really create a unique atmosphere that I haven't seen much of in anime. Definitely give this a watch if you want an enjoyable but surprisingly thoughtful interpretation of what could happen if humanity was facing the end of the world, and you could do whatever you wanted in the meantime. That's it for the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.